Hello everyone, Seedlink here, back with the next episode of the Marble League. This one is episode 2, Balancing. Got some good news and bad news regarding this recording. Bad news is I've already watched this, and classic thing happened where, for whatever reason, my recording software decides, oh yeah, we've reset all your audio settings for no reason, so you've got no mic and no desktop audio for no reason. Usually it happens with like a Windows update or something, but I had no Windows update whatsoever. I had no update that I did for my recording software, so I don't know what the heck is going on. With that being said, I tried out a couple of different audio options when resetting it to make sure I knew which one was right and which ones to not do. And I figured out what was making that little blipping sound. I had it set, or the little like tink tink sound, like that was a. I had it set to the wrong audio setting for my desktop audio, so that's what one of the little blinks was coming from. And hopefully this will be a bit quieter. My PC might still make a little bit of noise, but there was some more noise coming from the other room, so I've closed the door there. So hopefully things will go a little smoother. I already know vaguely some of the positions, but a lot of the teams I don't remember. I recorded it pretty quickly and ended it pretty quickly, so some teams I know the positions of, most of them I don't though. So it's not a huge spoiler, I guess, to some extent. Without further ado, let's get into it.
After a dynamic start to the 2022 Marble League, we move further inward into the Duckweed, where we welcome you for Balancing. Hey everybody, I'm Greg Woods. This is a sport that first appeared back in the 2016 Marble League. It was won back then by the
So Shining Storm on my second team, Gliding Glaciers is my number one, and I'm still torn between Galactic and Bumblebees.
The most recent was
and I become even more torn during this one, and you'll see why.
Top the Pinkies did so in a phenomenal 420-point showing, but even that pales in comparison to the all-time record set by the Hazers back in 2019 when they went 438 combined centimeters. The most podiums in this event go to the Raspberry Racers. They have 3 of them over the course of history, which means that they have mastered this art of a team sport that also requires
the averages in the qualifiers was a lot higher than they've ever been. Like the average was like 340 or something in the qualifiers, where the average usually is like 267 or something, or 273, somewhere along there. Like if everyone did a round average or slightly above average, the Thunderbolts actually would have made it.
Feel a little bit more accomplished.
But everyone overperformed where Thunderbolts just did average.
Well, regardless of accomplishment, listen to the cheers for the hosts, the Green Ducks, in the gate and ready to kick things off for event number 2. Down they come, they lose too early. One's
decent run
on and make it all the way down for a
302
point total. Add up the other.
It's probably going to be about average in this event.
302. That is the leading mark to beat. We saw in the qualifiers that if you're above 300, you're in good air. May not necessarily lead to a win, especially when you see sometimes 2 finishers or more.
Last champions.
Yellow come out now. They were runners-up back in that inaugural event back in 2016. They try to hold on. Oh, it goes right over the wall. Yellow overshoots it, and we'll get 120.
That's never happened until this Marble League, which is happening quite a bit.
If you weren't with us for the qualifiers, rode that side rail and gets 120 instead of 130. And there you have the updated point total. Still 302 is the leader. Raspberry Racers, accomplished as they are. Oh,
a lot to the left there.
One to forget.
One to the right.
They do get past 105 for a 247 in total, but losing to it.
Not super terrible, but still pretty bad.
Is less than ideal. Gliding Glaciers slide down now. They've got 2 right in the center rail.
Pretty solid run.
And the other one falls off just shy.
133, 175.
Is the new
1 far, 1 in the end.
Keeping cool under pressure is something.
I said before, and I'm going to say it now, it's probably not quite good enough for a medal. But it's close. Well, not too close. I think it's probably going to get like somewhere between 4th and 6th. Maybe 3rd if they're lucky.
Holding the gate. They bunch up early, and that spells disaster.
And that's back to the old Marble Leagues there, with everyone going to the left.
They exit the ramp.
Yeah. In this event, I don't think it's about how far like the last guys go. It's about how quickly does the first 1 or 2 drop off. And just like before, that's interesting. We got an ad literally at the exact same time when I originally recorded this. I wonder if there's a reason for that. If YouTube algorithm does that. Oh, and I just realized when I pause that, I see Raldo there. I never actually looked for him, but I randomly found him after pausing it right when an ad came, and that's actually a good idea. What? I don't think they could have planned that. No, I don't think they could have planned that. If they somehow did, then that's brilliant. But I'm gonna have to cut this real quick, so I'll be back with you guys in a moment. And we're back. I unfortunately had to watch a 3-minute ad that was also an incredibly stupid ad, but even though I could skip it, I've learned that if you skip ads, they'll almost immediately replay after about a couple minutes after a video. Screw you, YouTube. Let's get back into it.
Now the winners at this event, back in the showdown in 2019, and they're not going to win it here.
No, so can I say I would rather watch a 1-minute unskippable ad at the beginning of a video rather than have a bunch of ads midway through a video. Okay.
Qualifiers in Group B. They have one
Not even TV does that.
Will finish, but those two that fell
well,
right before
for a lot of shows at least.
Will depress their total down to 290. They sit in third. So it is still the Gliding Glaciers leading the way, 349, and then quite a gap back to the Green
Pinkies did very good in the qualifiers. I don't think they did quite as good as they did in the qualifiers, but they still did decent here.
Keep two right in the middle. One of them comes very close. Will that be registered a 120? Oh, it's a 119 in addition to the 130. That's 369.
Yeah, I can see that.
And the Pinkies
119.
picking up right where they left off in the qualifiers with a fantastic total.
So Gliding Glaciers in second right now.
Into gold medal contention. We take a look at the standings thus far. Midway through, Chocolatiers dead last with 190.
This also guarantees that Gliding Glaciers will finish at least halfway.
Of the Gliding Glaciers are the Pinkies.
So the 8th or 9th at the worst.
All had a finisher. Who will be the first to crack 2? Will we see 2? Will we see 3? It remains to be seen. I can tell you that's an optimistic look on that duck's face. Maybe not
Shining
for the
Swarm?
Green Ducks, but for somebody else. Could it be the Shining Swarm who were runners-up in Group A in the qualifiers at this event? They've got 2, though. They bump into
Not
each
great.
other. It was going fairly well up until this point. You can see
They did shift to the left, but at least most of them got pretty far.
Not redirect. The O'Rangers, winners in Group A. Not great. 6th place, 279. Not the start that the O'Rangers had hoped for. Savage Speeders. They were 3rd back in the qualifiers in this event.
Definitely a lot of speed there. And a decent run.
1 to the finish. They had 2 riding
On
there
par.
at the end. 347 gives
Yeah.
them 3rd place. That is 2 behind the Gliding Glaciers, who
Gliding
sit in
Glaciers
second.
definitely got lucky there.
Fortunately for the hosts,
Bumblebees.
the Green Ducks are off the podium.
I respect what they do here.
Coming down into the final few, the Bumblebees will have 2 finishers.
They had 2 go off at the
They
beginning,
lost 2
but 2
early
right at
on.
the
What
end.
will the math shake out to be?
And they already have a podium, so they're not going to get a podium here.
3-12. So,
But they're going to
oh
get
my
a solid
goodness,
score.
Those early losses.
And honestly, I
took what
respect
could have
things
been
like that.
a gold
Because
medal
that
winning
looked like it was
performance
pretty solid. It
and
looked like it
knocked
was a
down
consistent
not
strategy.
even
And if
on
it
the
is,
podium.
I prefer consistency over gold medals.
Crazy Cat's Eyes in the gate.
Consistently at 5th or 4th is going to be a lot better than getting gold then bottom.
Top mark of 369. And they just saw
Pretty
2
solid by the
finishers ahead
Crazy
of them.
Cat's
They can
Eyes.
only replicate 1, however.
And it puts them in
But it's good
second.
enough for second place.
The Gliding Glaciers are now in
That's a
third
tremendous total. Look at that tracking by
by
Yellow Line.
7
To
above
make
the
it
Gliding
into the
Glaciers.
basin at the end, 356. Slides in front of the Gliding Glaciers, 349.
Oh my god. Now this didn't happen at the beginning. We now have another ad after you forced me to watch a 3-minute long, absolutely terrible ad, YouTube. I'll be back in a moment. And we're back. Please not another ad.
Oh, they lose two very early, even with a finisher. This total will not be what they had hoped for. 215, 13th out of 14 runners. That was chaotic for all the wrong reasons.
There's another possible
Team
third place
Galactic.
team of mine.
Winners in the friendly round.
I'm going to give it to the fourth event.
They keep two riding well.
Great.
And two to the finish.
2 into the middle, 2 at the end.
393. And just like that, Team Galactic is guaranteed no worse than a silver. So the Pinkies are also guaranteed a medal. What can the Minty Maniacs do? Winners in the Jubilino tournament in this event back in 2018. They bump each
Not
other.
quite going to be good enough.
Send one
But 2
into
near the beginning.
catch basin, but that will not be enough. To unseat
I don't think they
Team
go past
Galactic.
Flying Glaciers either. Nope.
10th place,
10th.
even with a finisher. That is disappointing for the Minty Maniacs. But we have our second
Yeah,
podium
24 and
of the
28.
Marble League, and so
So I
far,
think that was
both of
4th for
them
the
have
Lightning
seen
Glaciers.
Team Galactic
Is somewhere like
standing at the top.
11th or something. Nope, 9th for the Shining Swarm.
Team Galactic repeats from the friendly round 2 years ago.
Yeah, Bumblebee's got 6, but again, that was with a, I wouldn't say risky strategy, but a consistent strategy. They put 2 off at the middle to get 2 away at the end. And I respect that play. But Team Galactic got 2 golds right at the beginning. A lot of the time that will put people at like 4th or 5th at the end, maybe 3rd place at the podium.
First 2 events.
So Shining Swarm up 1 into 12th. They still got time. Gliding Glaciers up 3 into 6th. Good position. Bumblebee's down 1 barely into 4th. And Team Galactic in 1st. I'm going to give it to the 4th event. And then choose between Galactic and Bumblebees. I'm still pretty torn on them, but I might be leaning slightly on the Bumblebees here. I really respect that that move that they went for, even though Galactic was just overall better in the last 2 events. But who knows? They might get like 15th or 16th, and I think if either of those teams do get 16th in the next 2 events, I'm definitely going to pick the other one. So I hope you all enjoyed, and I will see you guys in the next video.